hell is that?
Hey, what's up, phone lovers? Welcome to the Mobile Roar Podcast, episode 100
Big
for
100.
July 8th,
Yeah,
2015.
we
I'm
did
Joe
it.
Fidua.
I am Chris Chavez.
I'm Ashley King.
And joining us today, a special guest, Edgar Cervantes.
Hey guys,
Hey, Edgar.
It's
been a while.
Podcast
I've been
back in
talking
the
to you
day.
forever.
You
I
might
know.
remember Edgar. Edgar
Sorry.
is- That's all right. Edgar was actually on the podcast the very first episode, and he was, I don't know how many episodes did you do? Do you remember, Edgar?
I think it was like 30 something.
Okay, yeah, it was quite a few.
So almost halfway.
So we're glad to have you back.
I'm glad to be back. It's been a while.
What are you doing these days, Edgar? Fill us
Well, after leaving Fandroid, I went with Mobile Geeks for a while, and I was also with Android Authority. Then I went full time with Mobile Geeks, and now I'm full time with Android Authority.
in. Wow.
So
Moving
it's
around.
quite a trek, yeah.
You
Getting
get
around.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
was
So,
fun.
like I mentioned, this is episode 100, and I had to pull up some. I guess it's not Thursday, so I can't call it a throwback Thursday, but I pulled up some facts about the first episode. Episode 1 was on June 28th, 2013, and it was
2013?
2013, man.
What?
I know. And it was me, Chris, Edgar, and Mark Hearn, who's also not with the Fandroid family anymore, but he used to write for Xbox One Daily and Sprint Feed. But then the next episode was when Kevin replaced Mark, and then it was me, Chris, Edgar, and Kevin, and that was like that for a while. But I thought it was funny, some of the topics that we talked about in that episode. The big topic for that week was the Google Edition Galaxy S4 and HTC One.
Dang.
So that was a while ago. And then we also talked about there was Windows Phone 8.1 stuff, and the BlackBerry Z10 was new. And then that was the very first week that we talked about Sprint sucking.
And that
the
was just
first
a common
episode.
theme.
Yeah, and it became a common theme.
And it's
I
never
think I
stopped
started
since
it,
then.
didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, I agree. You definitely started it. But yeah, that was pretty funny listening to that. It was kind of horrible. I think we are a lot better now at podcasting, so that's good.
I hope so. I hope so.
So we got a fun episode today. We have a game to play a little bit later on, so it should be fun. But first, we'll get into some of the news of the week. We'll start things off with the Samsung Galaxy Note 5. It's not going to come with an SD card slot. I don't think anyone's really surprised by that, but the Samsung Knights might be a little upset.
I know that there are
Samsung
going to be a
Knights.
lot of upset
Are
because there were a lot of them that were like, I'm not going to buy the S6 because it doesn't have an SD card.
Yeah, looks like I gotta wait for the Note 5, and it's like,
Yeah, so.
got some bad news for you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it was to be expected, right? Like, they're following the same, I
Yeah,
guess,
I don't
language
think it
design
really
of Galaxy S6, and
Didn't surprise anybody.
I'm
but
sure it won't. Right?
there was those people just holding on to like blind hope. They were just
Yeah.
like, oh,
I'm sure
maybe.
it won't have a removable battery either.
Maybe they should become the LG Knights.
I know.
Yeah, maybe
they're
they're
gonna have to.
right.
I had no idea the Samsung Knights were still going. Is that a thing still? Like,
Dude, we got email from them a couple episodes ago.
Oh,
Like,
man.
an actual email from the Samsung Knights. Like, that was the email
an
address.
official letter.
Signed the Samsung. It came on a scroll. They mailed it to us.
Some
Yeah.
dude in a horse, like running, showed up to Chris's door.
Yeah, some guy in, like, shining armor knocked on my door and handed me a letter. I was like, what?
Galaxy Note for a shield. It's just-
But the other thing about this...
We got a Galaxy Note for you.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. But where's the sound effect, Chris?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Hold on. There we go. Oh wait, wrong one.
Galaxy Note for you.
There you go.
So, Chris, you should also talk about the leak because you were kind of right in what you were... The curved design, you had some theory
Dude.
about that.
dudes, like, I mean, this is crazy. Okay, so we talked about it on the podcast once, and I was like, why does... Okay, so you have the regular Galaxy S6, and you have a Galaxy S6 Edge. The only difference is that one has a flat display and the other has a curved display. And I'm like, why don't they use the exact same body style? All they do is just put the screen on the other side. This side will just be like curved like every other smartphone out there. Every other smartphone has the same curve on the back. And I mean, I don't know if Samsung was listening or something, but maybe they wanted some money. But the Galaxy Note 5 is exactly that. It's just a flipped upside down Galaxy S6 Edge Plus with the display on the flat side, and then they put the non-display and the camera on the back. It's exactly what I said, and I can't. It's amazing.
That's got to be so much more comfortable to hold.
Oh yeah.
But is there a point to it if it comes to that? Like, what's the point of the curve anymore? Like, it's just.
It's not. It's just for like style right now. But and they're not going to call it. They're not going to call it the Edge or anything. They're just calling it the regular Galaxy Note. But it's really weird. It's really weird how it literally is just a flipped over Galaxy S6 Edge Plus.
The rumors on the Note 5 are going pretty nuts. Like, there's the Note 5, and then there's the Galaxy S6 Edge Plus.
Yeah.
Then there's the Galaxy Note 2. Like, they have all these names for it, all these different specs, all these different designs.
Yeah, I think like now there was a big case leak, and right now it's looking like it's going to be Galaxy Note 5. And that's just going to be the one that comes with the S Pen and all that. And then there's going to be the S6 Edge Plus, which is smaller than the Note 5. I don't think it's going to have the same like 4K display or something, or go too crazy on the specs. I heard it was like a Snapdragon 808 or something.
808, something like that.
No S Pen, but you'll have that Edge display. That's the worst thing ever. So
there's no point
I think
to
it's
it.
weird that. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was thinking it weird that they don't have the numbers all aligned. Like, it's the S6 is the newest phone, but the Note 5 will be the newest phablet. I'm sure there's some people who don't know who are going to think that the Note 5 is like a generation behind or something because it's not 6.
Yeah, these number things. I thought they were going to fix it with the S6 Edge Plus and then maybe an S6 Edge Note or something. This way, they all would be on the same numbering scheme or whatever. But yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to do that, which is really weird. But I think someone out there is going to. It's a little bit confusing.
Because they made such a big deal about the 6 for the S6, you know, all those 6 appeal billboards and stuff.
What's the Note going to have? Just
5 appeal.
And 5.
The 5 appeal.
Note appeal.
That 5 appeal.
You just like notes. Yeah.
So speaking of numbers, OnePlus 2.
Equals 3.
I say that every week.
Is this that game we're supposed to be playing?
The OnePlus 2 will have 4 gigabytes of RAM. Oh my god!
Yikes!
Wow.
Yikes! And not just any RAM; it's the DDR.
DDR4, right? Yeah.
Man, fanboys are gonna say they're gonna buy this phone so hard.
But are they though?
Buy it. Yeah.
I mean, the price went up quite a bit. That's the thing. Like.
Yeah, but they said it will still be less than $450. I mean, that is higher, but it's not insane.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's definitely a good price for the specs that you will probably get.
But I'm guessing that's going to be the base model. We still don't know what the base model is going to be. And then there's the rumors of that there's going to be 2 different devices, a small one and a big one. So then it's like, is that only the price for the low end, small, tiny one, or it's confusing right now.
It's also weird how they seem to be just like slowly revealing stuff about the phone in official form. Like they had the fingerprint sensor, the USB Type-C, now the RAM.
Last year.
They did that last year, and it's kind of how they hype things up. They just keep giving you this very cool details, but
it's different. It's really a weird way of doing it.
Because I remember last year, Joe, when you were like, "Oh, there's no way they're gonna make a phone like that costs so little." Like, but they did.
Yeah, but see, I was really mad about how they were hyping and like taking shots at other people, but that totally did turn out to backfire on them because that never settle thing. People started using that as like a jab at OnePlus.
I mean, they do some amazing stuff, but their PR team or whatever social media team is horrible. I mean,
never settle.
Never settle. And
I love the CEO's like his little not press releases, but the little pictures he releases, and he talks about the price, and he's like,
oh yeah, he's like staring into a window.
Some people say we can't make it 400. I told him it'll be under 400. And you're like, oh, okay. Like, it looks it's the weirdest, like...
It's like he's trying to be too much like Johnny Ive or something.
Yeah, like he just bothers
the world or whatever.
and just smack him around a little bit. Like,
And it's funnier when it doesn't fit them. Like, you know they're foreign, you know they're faking it. Like, they don't really speak English. Like, dude,
Yeah.
you're not. It doesn't go with you. Like,
some people said we couldn't make it over 322, and it's like, why are you talking about it's going to be over a certain price? It's really weird.
Yeah, no one said that. We bet you can't make a phone that's more expensive.
You got to make it more than 300. Like, you prove them all wrong.
All right, so Chris, tell us about this dude that rushed the stage to charge his phone.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's a play going on right now on Broadway. It's called Hand to God, and I think it's about some sort of guy with a puppet that talks, and it's supposed to be really weird, but I guess really good.
Weird stuff, man. Yeah.
So there's a guy, and I guess before the show started, it was like about to go on like 5 minutes. You're sitting there, and you can see the set pieces and everything, and all the actors are kind of off backstage, like waiting to jump on stage. This guy rushes up and plugs his phone into the fake outlet that's on the set and to charge his phone. And he just thought like he would do it on the sly, maybe nobody would notice, and by the time the show was over, he'd have a nicely, perfectly, fully charged phone. But the guy was a total idiot, and the ushers got him, and they gave him back his phone. They're like, "That doesn't even work, dude!" Like, let alone.
You know what? I don't know.
I
don't know what's crazier though. Like the fact that he went up there to charge the phone, or the fact that whoever designed this stuff like actually thought of putting an outlet in the fake wall.
Yeah, I mean, this
That's
is.
true.
I think this
Like,
is
who
the world
thinks
we
of
live
that?
in. Like,
Hey,
really,
this is Broadway, man. That's the big time. You gotta have all the details.
yeah, I think this really highlights like a bigger problem of just how addicted people are to their smartphones and this whole battery issue. How people
Yeah.
are going out with like practically dead phones. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't know
Do is buy a $15 battery.
All you
stick and
have to
plug it
do-
in.
yeah,
Seriously.
All you have to do is buy an LG G4, which you can replace the battery. They sent me this little thing that charges the
gosh.
external battery.
Here we
You can
go.
just like charge it in here.
Here we go.
LG is great, man. LG is great.
Here we go.
It's also a 3,000 milliamp hour battery, man.
Okay, stop it.
You better say not a sponsor, Edgar.
Yeah, it's not sponsored. I'm just,
You make me sick.
Now they're probably used to hearing about LG G4 praise from me. I had
Yeah.
that like my win of the week for 3 straight weeks, I think.
Yeah, I really love that phone.
Chris, do we know what type of phone this person was
We
using?
don't, and that's the most important.
Oh.
All the people said that was that he had it was a white cable, so that kind of increases the chance that it could be an Apple device. But Samsung phones also have white charging cables.
Yeah.
LG
And
was
LG.
going with a white cable too, so
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
so
you're
we narrow
right.
it down.
LG does, yeah. I just saw it.
Shoot.
So
Yeah.
it almost narrows it down, but not entirely. So I mean, I
Let's
really
be
think
real.
he's a-
Let's be real. Chances
I mean,
are it was an
Yeah.
iPhone.
What are the chances he has an LG G4, right?
yeah, very slim. Let alone they give you a bonus battery when you bought it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, right. And it's a great battery too.
oh god.
Sorry.
But it's
Oh,
just-
also
it's
at
just
the
ridiculous.
end, so the usher gave him back his phone right after
Oh, yeah,
escorting
yeah.
him out. He was like, "So, where can I charge it?"
Yeah. So, where can I charge it? And it's like,
It's
I
like,
don't
dude,
know.
why did you even come to the show if all you wanted to do was charge your phone?
I
No,
paid
Why
seriously,
don't you like
though,
go to McDonald's or something?
I've done some-
$200
I've-
ticket.
I've done some crazy stuff like to charge my phone, and like I'm like a ninja. I wrote it in the post too. Like
Oh,
I can
man.
spot an outlet in any room, like get it under a bush, like
That's what I'm telling you. It highlights a bigger problem. I think people have all gone to that point where, like, I mean, if you guys, I can't even tell you the last time I've seen my phone dip, like, hit that 10% mark where, like, it turns red.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
even.
it happens to me every day.
But, like, when
Oh,
you do
does it?
see it, you
Using the
like,
G4?
get that anxiety feeling, like, oh gosh, I gotta plug in, I gotta do anything to
Yeah.
plug in, and you flip out and you'll do anything. So I think
I had no problems with that ever because I was using the iPhone 6 for like a few months. You can all hate me for that. I hate myself for that, really.
yeah.
It was a horrible experience. But I can tell you this: I had the iPhone 6 and I bought a Mophie case. Thing would last for like 3 days, dude.
Yeah, that's insane.
I
Yeah,
used to go to TJ for the whole weekend and not charge it the whole time and
That's the
still have like
the
20%
saddest part
battery.
I think about the iPhone or iOS is that it doesn't really need that much battery to last normally, which it already kind of has.
Mhm.
But if you give it a couple of more like milliamp hour battery, like just whatever, it'll last forever. And it's
Yeah.
stupid that like Apple doesn't do
Yeah,
that. They don't give that to them.
they make it so. The first
They
thing I
want it
always
to be-
notice whenever I pick up an iPhone is like, wow, this thing is way too thin.
Yeah, it's super thin. That's all
Yeah.
they care about. That's Johnny
Mine,
Ive for
mine
you.
wasn't thin.
Yeah, those Mophie cases are nice, and I think they used to only make them for iPhone, but they make them for other devices now too.
Yeah, now they're going into like Galaxy stuff and all that.
Galaxy, the LG G4 will have one. They have like HTC One M7, I think. They didn't do the M8 or the M9.
Yikes.
Yeah. No one's buying those things anymore, man.
That's very telling.
My friend actually has a M7. I was just hanging out, and he was
Oh,
like,
still?
"Am I gonna get Lollipop?" And I was just like, He's not right.
Look, Chris, remember that time at Comic-Con in the San Diego in the trolley where we met that girl? She actually had one of those blue HTC One M7s, like the exclusives from Best Buy.
Yeah, the Best Buy.
Whoa.
I was like, holy crap, I've never seen one of those in the wild.
That's when Edgar fell in love for the first time.
Right.
Speaking of
Except
blue,
I had like, go ahead.
I see you're rocking that blue Pebble.
Oh yeah, limited
I've never
edition.
seen one of those in the wild either.
Oh, I haven't. Oh yeah, I think they gave me one of the last ones.
Limited edition.
We went
That's
to like
cool.
their headquarters when I was with Mobile Geeks, and
That's nice. Do you still wear that like every day?
I do. I never take it off.
Yeah, I was.
At that time.
I have the Pebble Steel. There you go. He has the Pebble Time.
Nice.
How are you liking the Pebble Time, Chris? We haven't talked about that in a while.
It's all right. I like it.
Growing on you?
It's
Why didn't you
really-
get the time?
It's really difficult to see the display unless you like have a lot of bright light. Even if it's dark and like that dumb backlight comes on, you can barely see anything. I feel like the backlight actually makes it worse to see the time sometimes.
That's no
Oh man, that's no good. Yeah, that's an important feature to mess up, I guess.
And like the whole point of it is a color display, but when the backlight comes on, you can't see any colors at all. Everything just looks blue. So you're just
It's certainly no Qualcomm talk.
it's no Qualcomm talk. I'll tell you that.
Whatever
I mean, the
happened to
Qualcomm
that
talk
thing?
never took off. I have it.
He
It
still has
never
it.
took off, but like it had an awesome display, and I don't know why more manufacturers didn't actually pick it up. The Mirasol display.
Yeah.
maybe
Because wasn't
do
the
one.
talk just basically like a proof of concept device?
Yeah.
It was like, here's our technology that we made. We made the best smartphone
Yeah.
display ever. Our smartwatch
I would show it
display.
to you in depth, but it's not charged right now. But
Okay. Cool.
yeah, it's a very good smartwatch. If it had more support, it would
That thing
actually be
looks
dope.
huge, though.
It is
It
pretty
is
big.
huge. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
Wow.
that thing's huge.
yeah, yeah. It's big.
Just realized I have a scratch on the glass of my
Mhm.
time already. Man.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
I don't
But
think
yeah,
I've
I
had a
mean,
scratch
Apple
on.
should have probably picked up Mirasol.
Yeah, they should have.
For sure. That would have been flipping great.
And it's color. I don't know how long is the battery life on the Pebble Time.
They say up to 7 days still, just like the other one.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm getting like 2 or 3 days tops. Tops 3
Yeah,
days.
'cause this one is like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
The
Dang,
display's
it's
always on.
way bigger display too. Mine's all like
Yeah.
the size of a stamp. Postage.
Yeah. Well, that was the whole thing about the time that I hated the bezel, man. That bezel.
Oh, that bezel's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bezel. That's
All right, so moving on to some news from today, actually. Microsoft has cut over 7,000 jobs in their phone business. Basically all Nokia jobs, all these people that came over with the Nokia acquisition.
Dang,
And they said they're going to
sucks.
focus on less devices. It's probably going to be like 6 devices a year in terms of phones. And all the Microsoft, people are kind of saying this is not a big deal. And
Yes.
like,
7,000
oh, the iPhone
jobs.
only has a couple devices every year, and no one freaks out about that. Well, I don't know. I just feel like Windows Phone is kind of on the way out.
I mean, the iPhone is not. It's not good to compare Windows Phone to the iPhone, really.
No,
at
you
this
can't.
point.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
completely different.
Like it's one of the biggest phones around, and
Yeah, it's just sad, a sad state for Windows Phone. I mean, there's just I was in the Windows Phone subreddit the other day, and someone that works at a Verizon store was talking about how people will come in and look at Windows phones, and like something that is really, really hampering the sale is just Snapchat. Like people literally
Snapchat?
are saying, "Does it have Snapchat?"
No. Oh, okay.
And when they say no, they don't buy it. Like just one app can have such an impact.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there are many other apps. Yeah.
I mean, it happens with a
Is
lot
there a
of apps.
Snapchat replacement? Like a third
There
party?
used to be, but like, I guess Snapchat like actually tried to stop them. So like people who were using the third-party apps, their accounts were getting I don't know what you call it, like banned
whatever.
or something.
That's so common for Windows Phone, though, because when I was using it, there were third-party Pandora apps, and Pandora was always changing their code to block those apps so you couldn't use them.
I got a breaking news here. Not news, but I just got a message from Kevin Kraus.
Oh, Kevin.
He just sent me a message on Hangout. He said, "Yo, dudes, made it to 100. Congrats! I wish I was there. Tell everyone I said Sprint sucks. Give my love to the Samsung."
Actually, I was just talking about Sprint with an my LG PR contact, and she was asking me what kind of LG G4 I wanted.
Anything.
And I told her like I would prefer Verizon. I will do anything really, but just try not to make it Sprint.
Or I'll give it back. You know what? I don't even want it.
That's my G Flex 2 that I have is on Sprint, and I like that phone a lot. But I don't use it because it has Sprint. So yeah.
Every time I get a Sprint phone, which is like once a year, it's like I'll give it a chance. I'll see if it's changed, and
yeah.
I just realized
I get a Sprint phone, it's like
it's freaking dial-up internet.
Yeah.
Like
I think you should give it a shot now. Now that they have Sprint Spark, it's like they're making a lot of improvements to their infrastructure, and they have a lot more bandwidth
I think
now,
you should shut up.
Yeah, man. And the thing is, what upsets me the most is San Diego, like one of the biggest markets in California. Like they still don't have 4G or 4G LTE. Like they didn't have their WiMAX thing. They didn't. It's on 3G.
WiMAX.
WiMAX, WiMAX, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, what are you gonna do?
But I mean, I kept saying ever since then, like Nokia. Going back to the topic, Nokia should have just chosen Android. They would be like one of the top ones right now.
Yeah, I mean, do you think that's always like the solution, though? I mean, I think it probably is.
I mean, come on, man. How
honest.
many Android fanboys didn't like comment on our post saying like, "What? I wish I had an Android Nokia phone." Like,
I mean, people really do love their hardware. They know Nokia; it's a brand name, like a household name.
But now Nokia doesn't even exist. Like these phones are going to be called Microsoft Lumia. You know.
Yeah, so like they've completely killed off anything having to do with Nokia now.
Wasn't there actually a Nokia Android device over at Mobile World Congress?
Nokia?
Yeah, you guys got hands-on with them. They were super low end.
Yeah, but it was one of the first devices to have USB Type-C.
Was it really?
Yeah, it had USB Type-C.
There was,
I believe it did.
One of them did. Or it was Oh no, that was the Nokia the tablet. I think it had.
Yeah, the tablet had a USB.
Oh yeah, that
Type-C.
tablet that looked like an iPad.
Yeah.
But
I actually wanted to pick up one of those cheap Nokia Android phones just for like pure novelty of having one, and I don't know if they ever even became available.
You're talking about those.
Yeah.
I was talking about the tablet. Yeah.
The smartphones were kind of interesting.
Well, the smartphones. The thing is that they weren't really Android. I mean, they were Android, but
they were like the Fire phone. You know.
Yeah, like it's completely like changed. Yeah.
Yep.
No Play Store.
No Play Store. That's what gets me really. Like, when no Play Store, what? What am I gonna do with this?
All right, so our last little bit of news before we get into the game. This was kind of a weird story. I don't know if you guys saw this, but an NBA player for the San Antonio Spurs, I believe, he says that he got tennis elbow because of the bigger iPhone. Apparently the heavier iPhone threw him off and gave him tennis elbow.
Threw off his game?
This guy never pick up anything ever, like what?
Yeah.
Tennis elbow.
I mean, there's
Tennis
probably,
elbow
like, a
is
million
just like
things.
pain in your elbow, and
Oh.
it's something that tennis players get a lot, so that's why they call it.
So because he's using the iPhone 6
Plus.
or
Plus, yeah.
he got too tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said it was like a strain on his.
Oh my god.
I mean,
I know.
So is he gonna sue Apple or something?
I don't know. But I'm wondering if there's something else that he just didn't want to admit to.
They have some of the lightest phones around. How can you even pull that off?
That is true. That's a really good.
It's because of what he was watching on his iPhone 6 Plus.
Is it what he was watching or what he was doing while he was watching?
He was carpal tunnel.
Yeah. That's one of the strangest tech stories that I think I've seen.
Yeah, that's really weird, man.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
Actually, you know what's funny?
What?
His name is Matt Bonner, but at first glance I thought it was Matt Boner.
It's definitely not Bonner. You know it was originally pronounced Boner back in the day.
Yeah. Back in the day. Matt Bonner.
The injury lasted from December to February, and like you cannot tell me that was because a freaking phone was a little heavier than your previous phone.
6 Plus is so heavy.
I mean,
I used the Nexus 6, and this thing probably weighs like 3 times the size of the iPhone Plus.
I mean, I eat a banana every day for breakfast, and that's heavier than an iPhone 6 Plus. So,
I mean, maybe
in an OtterBox.
Yeah, an OtterBox adds probably at least a pound, right?
A Mophie and an OtterBox.
Dude, Mophie and OtterBox should team up and make like the ultimate.
The motor box.
There you go.
It's literally like 5 pounds and like super thick all around.
Huge battery.
You could hit it with a grenade and it would be fine.
And Nerf. It's got
and
Nerf.
it'd be fully charged.
Nerf inside of it.
And Nerf gun.
Built-in Nerf gun.
Dude, have you guys seen those ridiculous like iPhone cases that are shaped in like a gun?
Oh yeah,
Like, people put them in their back pocket and like they're pulling it out. People are freaking out.
I mean, that was all cool because they've been around for a long time, and those are all cool and dandy back, a few years ago when not everyone was getting shot by cops. So now it's it's not the smartest idea.
Yeah, no, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you're asking for trouble, pretty much.
Yeah.
Big time trouble.
All right, guys. So we got a game this week for episode 100, and we've played this game before. I don't know when it was, but it was a long time ago. But it was pretty fun. It was called the Clickbait Game. So I'll explain this for Ashley and anyone that didn't see that. So since we write about tech and stuff, we see a lot of sensational headlines, and sometimes we partake ourselves. We'll admit it. But so I made a game, and basically how this works is I got a bunch of headlines from BuzzFeed's tech section, and then I made up a bunch of fake headlines myself. And I'm just going to read these headlines, and I want you guys to tell me, is that a real headline or is that a fake headline? And we'll do first one to get 5 right wins. If that goes really quick, we'll play a little higher, but we'll start with that. Everyone good with the rules and how this is going?
Yep.
Roger that.
Ready?
Let's see how it goes. All right, so the first one. Would you date someone with a Hotmail address?
What the heck?
That's real. I think I've heard it.
Yeah, I'm going to say real on that one.
Yeah, that's real.
So you guys have already read it? All right, I'm going to say real.
I think I remember reading something like that.
So you guys are all going with real.
I'm going to say fake. I'm going to say fake.
Chris is going with fake. Edgar and Ashley are real. All right, that is a true...
Son of a gun.
So Edgar and Ashley get 1 point there.
Okay.
Oh, come on. Why is my point thing not working? Okay, here we go. Number 2. 24 struggles only teenage Twitter bots will understand.
Gosh. I mean, it does. But there's no way that...
I mean, 24 is such a weird number. I'm going to say fake.
I'm going to say fake.
Yeah.
You're all saying fake?
Yeah.
You are all incorrect.
Oh, yeah,
man.
serious?
How can Twitter bots understand anything?
Edgar, your reasoning Your reasoning was bad, Edgar. 24 seems like a random number.
Yeah,
All of those type of posts are the most
Yeah.
random number.
I mean, I think his second
But
thing
Twitter,
made more
Twitter
sense.
bots don't understand anything either.
That's the point, because you're like, you think to your head, like, this doesn't make any sense. I should click it to find out what they're talking about. And
Chris is on it. He's got
boom,
it.
you click it.
All right, our next one. 9 times Apple Watch screenshots catered to San Francisco hipsters.
True.
True.
Yeah.
True, yeah, that's true.
All
True.
true?
Yeah.
You are all correct.
Yeah.
So the score is Edgar and Ashley are tied at 2. Chris has 1. All right, next title. You won't believe the hidden message in the LG logo.
Oh man.
This is right up Edgar's alley here.
I'm gonna say false.
I'm gonna say true.
Fake.
Got true from Chris, false from Edgar.
No, I said true.
Oh, okay, true
Chris
from
said
Edgar.
fake. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. My bad. Switch that around. Ashley?
I'm gonna go false.
Okay, so Chris and Ashley are on false. Edgar is on true. Chris and Ashley are correct. I made that one up.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It had to be. It was too much coincidence. I should have caught that.
You baited Edgar hard.
It's funny. I didn't even think of that when I made that title, but now I'm like, oh wow, I really did get Edgar on that one.
Yeah.
All right, our next title.
What's the hidden message though?
I don't know. I didn't make it up that far, Edgar. I'm sorry.
I'm joking.
Here's the hidden message. Life's good.
Yeah, life is good. Yeah.
All right, next title. Here's everything Apple's health app can track about your sex life.
That's true.
True.
False.
That is true.
Yeah.
Edgar and Chris. Get
I mean,
that
that's like SEO gold, fuck diamonds.
one. Dude, you guys are all tied at
Diamond.
3 now.
That's
I think,
that's SEO diamonds, sir.
I think we're gonna play. Let's play till 7. This is going pretty quick.
Okay.
This is fun.
So I'm at 3.
You guys are all
Everyone's
tied
at
at 3
3,
right now,
okay.
actually. Tight race. All right, next title. 15 Samsung phones that could have changed the world.
False.
False.
Nah, that's
False.
You're all right. Samsung,
whatever.
true
Like,
Samsung
they would be like the Galaxy Round, the
yeah,
Galaxy Beam.
yeah. I don't know if you could come up with 15 of them. Maybe
No,
like
definitely
5.
not 15.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, there's some phones that did change the world. But
They've had a lot of failed phones though.
yeah,
let's be real.
definitely. Because they're so adventurous, you know. They
Yeah.
like come up with weird ideas. Like,
Man,
yeah,
now
that's
that I think
great.
of it, I'm gonna write this
That's-
article.
Make it like 5 or something.
All right, next title. We're all tied at 4 now. This is how Google's crazy robot dogs play fetch.
Those things
False.
don't have a mouth. That's false.
Edgar
Chris?
and Ashley are on false.
True.
That is false.
Ah.
They don't have a mouth, man. How can they play fetch?
You haven't seen the new model, Edgar.
Oh, okay.
All right, next question. Or next title, excuse me. These Craigslist housing ads say a lot about tech culture.
True.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I would say true.
You all got it.
What are we on? 5?
So Edgar and Ashley are tied at 6.
Yeah.
Chris
Oh,
is one
snap,
behind
Edgar.
at 5.
This is a good one.
And I'd say let's just play till 10 because I got
Okay.
quite a bit left, and that'll be the
Alright,
final
alright.
number. I won't change it again. Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't know how the scoring would go, so.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
This is fun. I mean,
All right, so here's the next title. A new app called Enlighter is Tinder for the Illuminati.
what?
False.
I mean,
True.
Chris is on true.
that has to be true. Or it doesn't
Edgar's
have
on-
to be. It would make sense. It would make sense. Yeah.
Edgar's on true.
It wouldn't.
It would make sense.
Ashley.
Yeah.
False.
Ashley got it. I made that one up.
Yeah, but we're going till 10, so don't celebrate so much.
Ashley's in the lead with 7. Edgar has 6.
Yeah.
Chris has 5. Nice job, Ashley.
Oh,
She
man,
saw
that's
through
good.
my bullshit.
I mean, we should make that up.
I know, right? And lighter. And I spelled it Nenlitr. I mean, that's gold right there. That's gold.
That's cold.
All right, next title. Apple doesn't want you to see these early renders of the Apple Watch.
Oh, man.
It does
Yeah,
seem-
that's false. I haven't seen any early renders of an Apple
Yeah.
Watch.
Yeah, I know my stuff.
Ashley?
True.
Ashley's true. Chris and Edgar are on false, and Chris and Edgar are right.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, next title. Inside the very strange, very heated Kanye West forum wars.
What wars?
Kanye West?
Kanye West forum wars.
Forum.
True.
That's
It's
false.
just so bizarre that it has to be true.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are upset at him for some reason. There's always a new reason.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with true.
True.
I'll go with false.
So Chris and Ashley are right. That was
Oh, man.
all right. So
Yeah.
Ashley has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, I have
Edgar
7.
has 7, and Chris has 7 also.
Oh, man.
It's getting close.
Getting very close. Do we remember who won this last time? I think Edgar, you won it, didn't you?
Did I? I don't remember.
I'm not sure either. All right, next title. Lassie.com is like Lynda.com for dogs.
What's lynda.com?
That's like that site where they sponsor a lot of podcasts, actually. You go there and you like
Okay.
learn stuff, like video
False.
tutorials.
Okay.
I mean, it's weird, so I want to say true.
I'm gonna go with false.
I'm going to go with false, too.
I'm gonna go
Edgar
with
and Ashley are correct.
Oh,
I made that one up also.
now it's 9.
I said-
I have all these app ideas, guys.
I said false. I also said false too. You didn't.
Oh, you said true.
Oh, you said true, fool.
I didn't say
told
true.
You said true, man.
I actually didn't even give an answer. You just skipped me entirely. What the heck?
Well, if you didn't give an answer, that's -1 point.
Yeah, man, you lagged.
Lagger. Okay, so Ashley is 1 point away. Edgar's 2 points away.
Chris is 3.
All right, so next title is 13 times when Nokia beat Apple to the punch.
I'm gonna go with true.
Oh, that's false, man. Nokia.
Chris?
False.
That's false.
Yeah! Yeah!
All right, we are tied at 9 between Edgar and Ashley.
Oh, man.
All right, next title. Old people using phones is the latest Reddit group to get banned.
False.
Yeah, that's false. That's false.
You're all on false?
Yeah.
All right, you're all right. So now we're
So,
tied.
what, tiebreaker or
We'll
something?
have to keep going until there's a... Yeah, we'll just keep going until one of you pulls ahead because,
Okay.
I mean, you could all just keep saying the same answer.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the next title. Apple Watch owners are all using them for the same thing, drawing dicks.
Oh, man. That has to be true. That has to be true, yeah. I
I'm gonna
would
go
do
with
it.
true too.
I would do it.
Yeah, you're all right.
I gotta see these dick pics.
Gotta check
Is
this
it
out.
pulsating like a heart? No, it doesn't
Oh,
pulsate.
gosh. Stop it, man. Oh,
Wrapping that
We
watch
need an app
around
for that.
something else.
We need an app for that, man.
so graphic.
All right, next title. 9 rare works of art internet pirates are obsessed with.
Works of art.
True.
What does like works of art constitute? Like any type of
You're talking about
media?
like famous paintings and things?
Paintings? Is it like movies, films?
You gotta click to
like,
find out, guys. I can't
Okay.
tell you.
I
I'm
said
gonna
that's
say
false.
true. I'm gonna go true.
All right, here is
I'm gonna go
like
with-
this is the
Right,
break.
it's gonna happen on this question.
Wait, I didn't give an answer again.
I'm not saying the answer yet, Chris. Answer me.
It's true. It's true.
Chris says true, Ashley says true, and Edgar says false. Is that
Always
correct?
skipping
Yes.
me.
All right, that means Ashley wins.
Oh!
Oh, is that even
What pirates are obsessed with works of art? Like,
I didn't read the article. I'm sorry. I just read the headline and left a comment complaining about
I mean,
it.
if you want to call Game of Thrones a work of art, then I guess. Like,
That's probably is what they're talking about. I don't know.
yeah.
All right, so that was a good time.
Oh, that was fun, man.
There were only 2 false ones left. Let me see if you guys would have believed
Whatever,
these.
yeah.
I did
Right.
12 Snapchat stories that caught cheaters in the act.
I would
I think-
believe that.
I would believe
Okay.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, for sure.
Yeah.
And then my other one was 17 photos that show why selfie sticks are made by the devil.
I would believe that too.
Yeah, that's good.
Dang, I should have had those higher in the list.
Man, you should start writing these up. Like,
Dude, I
Yeah.
do. People always complain about my titles already.
It would include the one of the hand selfie stick. Have you guys seen
What's
that one? It's literally a hand with like a
Oh,
phone
right. It
dock
looks
at
like an
the end.
arm.
It looks like someone's holding your hand. Yeah,
That's insane.
it's pretty genius, man.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's why people hate selfie sticks right there.
Right. I
All
saw
right.
someone. I went to a wedding in the weekend. And I saw my cousin with one. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Sorry.
the hand selfie
Yeah,
stick?
no, it was a regular selfie stick, but it extended, and then they had a little Bluetooth button for like releasing the shutter and
I mean, that's
everything.
kind of tight.
And he didn't know how to use it, so I had to teach him how to like.
You gotta teach someone to use something you hate.
Yeah.
up and everything.
He's like, well, here's how you use it. Snap it over your leg. See ya. All right, so let's get into our wins and fails of the week. And Edgar, since you are our guest, you are first.
Thank you. So my win of the week is actually I got pretty damn excited when I learned about this. I think it was yesterday I wrote it. So Comic-Con is about to take off, I think. If it didn't yet, did it, Chris?
It starts today's preview night, so tomorrow it officially
Okay.
starts.
Okay, so it takes off. So the One Company, they partner with like the Star Trek people, and they released an actual communicator.
Oh, yeah.
You guys have seen that?
The
I saw
Star
a
Trek.
picture of it.
The
Yeah.
Star Trek communicator, and it's an exact replica. They use like some kind of light, sensor things to like get all the CAD design and all that. So it's an exact replica of the communicator, and it's not just a replica. It's a working Bluetooth handset and external speaker.
Wow.
So you can literally you can talk to it, you can receive calls, make calls, and if you're not making calls, you can like use it as your whatever Bluetooth speaker. And it has a base that has a wireless charging port, if you can
That
call
is
it a
awesome.
port. And you can just charge it on your
So it's
desk.
pretty high tech. Oh, I'm looking at the pictures right
Freaking
now.
dope. And it's gorgeous.
It looks
It
like
looks-
60s sci-fi. Like it's
Well, yeah, it's a Star Trek thing. I
like
mean,
the original Star Trek, like
Yeah.
the first Star Trek.
the original series.
So how do you
I mean,
get
that
this?
thing is great. That thing, you can go to Comic-Con, and I think you can buy it there. But the point of Comic-Con is that you can check it out at Think Geek's booth.
Okay.
Ah.
Oh, so
And
this will be eventually sold on Think Geek.
I would assume, yeah. Do you know that or?
I don't know. They're
Oh, they're
debuting.
selling it on their website for $150 or $149.95 or something like that. And
too
you
bad.
can pre-order.
I was expecting it to cost more than that for some reason.
It's just like
Yeah,
a
I mean, when you
novelty
think of in
device.
the world of Bluetooth headsets, like speakers expensive, but I mean, you can buy both like Bluetooth speakers that cost that much, and they're not nearly as cool.
Yeah, this thing looks awesome, and you like you said, you can pre-order it right now on their
Yeah,
site.
yeah,
That's
you
pretty
can pre-order now and put your name to
beautiful.
one. Yeah, it's freaking gorgeous. I love it. I don't know. I mean, I'm saying goodbye to like $150.
Are you a big Star Trek fan, Edgar?
I mean, I'm not a big Star Trek fan, but I'm a fan, and
But I am.
I'm not a huge Star Trek fan, But I love this idea, and I love the concept, and yeah, I've spent more on the Bluetooth, speaker before. But
Speakerphone.
Anyways, my fail of the week. It's actually quite surprising. It's that I'm on Sprint right now. But I mean, it's not what you all think right now. But I signed up for Project Fi.
Oh, okay.
My new Nexus 6, and so I'm sometimes on the Sprint, but I doubt. I mean, I doubt this thing's probably not. Yeah.
I doubt it's very often at all.
Yeah, I mean, it goes to T-Mobile whenever it can. So.
That's cool. You and Chris have that now. I wonder if your what's the word I'm looking for? Reliability is the same, like with the signal and whatnot. Has it been pretty good for you, Edgar?
I signed up for it yesterday, so I haven't tested it yet outside of my house. But my reason for getting it is because they offer 2G internet in many countries, including Mexico, which I go to very often. And the data costs the same. So it's $10 per gigabyte, even if you're roaming.
That's awesome. I didn't actually know
that's
about
the reason why I'm getting it. But
that's a good reason to get it.
Yeah.
Chris, how are your experiences so far? You've had it for a little over a week now.
It's the same as.
Still good.
Same as T-Mobile.
Same as T-Mobile.
But
I did see the first hint that I was on T-Mobile when I went to Walmart. Usually where I have zero reception, like nothing on Verizon, and then I saw it on my Project Fi, and it said H, which is HSPA plus.
Ah.
I know it was.
Yeah, and that's definitely not Sprint because they don't. Yeah.
Yeah, they would have like a 1X if it was on Sprint or something. I can't even imagine one. Can you even imagine
a
1X?
circle with a line through it? If you're on Sprint.
Yeah, if you're on Sprint.
I remember going to Edge or 2G back when I got the Evo 3D.
You don't ever want to go to Edge.
Horrendous. It was horrendous.
No one ever wants to go full Edge.
Yeah. Not with Sprint, at least. I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's what I was getting on the G Flex 2 when I had it to review. That was my fail of the week when I had that phone. Was the Sprint.
Man.
It was like, what is this?
Killer.
I mean, if 4G is slow with Sprint,
Yeah. I'm glad that you're here bashing on Sprint. It feels
no wonder those guys never send me anything.
Just like old times.
Sprint is listening to this podcast. You're like, oh crap, that Edgar guy's back again.
Edgar guy's back. What are we gonna do? We need a strategy.
Did you guys see that new Sprint commercial with David Beckham by any chance?
Yes, I saw that the other day.
He
goes in all these places demanding different contracts.
Yeah.
He should go to all these places demanding service.
Dang. Dang.
I just thought it was funny that they had David Beckham because, like, he hasn't been popular for 5 years or something, and all of a sudden now they got this big campaign with him. It's like, Sprint, what are you doing? No one cares about David Beckham anymore.
We should make a commercial of Edgar walking to like all these different Sprint stores and like demanding
service.
Do a parody of that
My network is not
working.
It's like how much do I have to pay to get more bars? I just want more bars. Give me like 3 bars.
I think it would be a great video actually.
I just want to make a call with my phone.
How much more do I have to pay you to make a phone call?
To make my phone work. Oh, you need 4G. You need LTE towers. Do you need LTE towers? I'll pay for the LTE towers.
Yeah. The Sprint nights are going to be on our butts, guys.
Yeah.
You better watch.
Is there such a thing?
There are no Sprint.
No. If there were, they wouldn't be able to get in touch with us because they couldn't send an email.
Oh my God!
They're still trying to send that email.
To us like a month later.
Yeah, they're still trying to send that email from like our first podcast.
All right. Get it off the Sprint. My win of the week is going to be a developer called Badly Interrogated. So last week, Ashley's app pick was a game called Current Flow, and I downloaded that game and like binged through it. And
I told you it was awesome.
Yeah, I love that game. So I did a review on Fandroid on Monday, and I guess I didn't realize because I only had it on my G4, but apparently the game was not supported for the Nexus 6 and Note 4, and so I put up this review, and a bunch of people who have the Nexus 6 and Note 4 tried to download it, and they couldn't, And so I felt really bad because they were like leaving bad reviews in the Play Store, and I felt bad because it was pretty much my fault. But this developer all of a sudden started commenting on the post on Fandroid and literally stayed up all night and pushed out an update to support the Nexus 6 and Note 4. So by the next day, it was working, and I just thought that was the coolest thing.
That's amazing customer support right there.
That is absolutely.
He kind of
I
had
think
to.
it's even more amazing though because you don't have to pay for the game, and there's no it doesn't require any extra permissions or anything. So he's literally doing this because he enjoys that game.
Completely free game, completely free of ads, and yeah. So if you haven't downloaded this game yet from Ashley's recommendation, download it from my recommendation, and because of the developers being really cool, it's an awesome game. My fail of the week is going to be Chevy. They showed off this weird thing that they're going to be doing in cars, I guess.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
Where they're going to put like an AC duct into the what do you call that? Where you like put your maps and stuff. That little cubby
hole.
Yeah. And so then you can put like your phone in there, and then cool off your phone with the AC. And it's a cool idea, I guess, but I just feel like no one needs that anymore. Like,
whose phone gets that hot?
Right.
Like,
that was kind of a thing that happened back in the day. I remember my phones getting really hot, but I can't remember a phone getting that hot in like the last couple years. It's kind of a late technology.
I don't mind it. It's just kind of why.
And like if you're using your GPS, which is why it would probably make your phone hot, how does sticking it in a cubby gonna help you see your GPS? I mean,
well, the little cubbies have wireless charging, so that kind of warms up your phone. I mean, none of the wireless charging really makes it that hot though, so it's weird.
Yeah.
There's no point.
It's just something
I would rather them see it. Have a little vent going to the cup holder, so that your cup is nice and cool.
Actually, that would be genius because then it would even keep your drinks cool.
And then if you need to, then you just put your phone in there if you don't have a drink, and your phone's cold. So it's like no matter what you put in there, it'll be nice and cold.
Yeah. There's your new idea, Chevy. Take that. That's free.
Got nothing but ideas on this show.
Yeah. App ideas, car ideas. We got tons of ideas.
I mean, it's just so interesting that the car industry is worrying about this, and
right.
I mean, the phone industry should be the one worrying about this. The phones are actually getting hot, or too hot to handle.
I don't even think it's that big of an issue, though. Like phones.
It isn't. I don't mind my phone getting hot.
Yeah.
And you guys haven't played around with the Snapdragon 810 phone, so.
I have, Chris.
I have the G Flex 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was the first mainstream phone to come with a Snapdragon 810.
Did yours get warm, Edgar?
Nah. I mean, not excessively.
I told Chris that all the time. That phone never got warm at all. I thought it was fine.
Well, I mean, LG said they figured out how to make it not run hot, but I think what they did was just turn down the performance a lot because I heard that phone was like super laggy and stuff.
Yeah, you always said that.
Yeah. Did you like it? Because
I
figured this phone has the 810, like the Snapdragon 810, the best quality that Qualcomm can offer right now, and it just didn't feel like it was that high end or that fast. Yeah,
I didn't think so at all. Like I gave it a really good review. I didn't think it was laggy. I was trying to play like intensive games to try to get it to lag, and it really didn't.
Well, then with me, it would lag with the lamest thing, like going into the app drawer and like opening an app, like opening Facebook. Like it was weird, like something buggy.
There you go.
Oh well, I was also on Sprint, so maybe.
Oh.
You know?
I was too. We did have the same model, so that's interesting that you had some of the problems that I didn't seem to notice. But maybe I'm just bad at noticing those things. But I mean, I noticed that like sometimes my G4 gets laggy. Does yours?
Well, I just got it today.
Okay.
But
yeah. See,
G3
sometimes
was,
my G.
Yeah.
It will get laggy, and I'll like restart it, and everything will be fine. So.
And that's a lot of screen issues and stuff, right?
Yeah. But overall, I like it. But I don't want to talk about the G4 anymore. Chris, what's your wins and fails?
Yeah, right. My win for the week is going to be Instagram. It's been a very, very long time since Instagram launched on Android. They've like pretty much handicapped the Android version because anyone that uploaded stuff, their compression algorithm thing was so terrible. We talked about it, I think, a couple times in the podcast where it was just your photos look significantly worse than an iOS user's uploads. And it was so frustrating. We talked about it plenty of times. I even, one of the Instagram people, developer, even contacted me. Actually, it was a PR person contacted me and had me working with their developers trying to figure out if it was just my phone or. And I'm like, dude, I got nothing but I'm swimming in phones, and they all have this exact same issue. So it's an Android thing. They couldn't figure it out. They're like, man, okay, here's a new build. They sent me a new build. I tested it out. Still same problem. I'm like, how do you guys have to know what you're doing over there? But whatever. So it's been a long time since then. But the latest Instagram update, which was actually last week, fixed the upload problem, and then Instagram this week announced that they have raised the resolution of their photos in the apps from 640 by 640, horrible, now to 1080 by 1080, awesome, a lot better, not the greatest, but a whole lot better. And it's I don't know what took them so long, but they're finally getting on the ball. But now, like, just everything, the quality looks so much better. So that your uploads from Android phones are gonna look freaking awesome. When you're looking at pictures on there, it's gonna look awesome, and it's great. It's time to finally start using Instagram again.
I didn't believe it when you said it. I had to test it for myself and do the old test where you take a screenshot of it before you send it off, and then take a screenshot after it's published. And they fixed it, man.
They actually did it. It was I had people messaging me all day like, did they really fix it? And I'm like, yes, I said they fixed it. Yeah, but did they really though? And my fail for the week is going to be the Galaxy Note 4. There is a Samsung's having this $200 rebate promotion that they're doing for the Galaxy Note 4, but you got to buy the phone full price, and you can only buy the phone from their authorized retailers or approved retailers, which includes every carrier except for Sprint. You can't.
We can't make this stuff up, folks.
You can buy it from AT&T, and they'll give you $200 back. You can buy it from T-Mobile. You can buy it from anywhere except for Sprint. And that's just insane.
The one company who should be begging to get more users.
Yeah.
I mean,
you could probably get it from US Cellular too and get this rebate.
It's Sprint and US Cellular.
Okay.
It's so baffling because it's just why not extend the offer to people in Sprint? I don't get it. I just don't understand it all. So yeah, that's my fail. So ridiculous.
That's a good fail.
And they figure people are not going to sign up anyway, so.
All right, Ashley, what do you got for us?
My win of the week is Flexi Keyboard. It went free recently, and so if you haven't tried Flexi, never tried their unique brand of gesture typing.
It is a really unique keyboard. I've used it for a while, and I do like it.
Yeah. But my win is not that it went free. It's that they gave people that actually paid for it when it was a paid app $8 in their little app store. So if you're
$8?
Well,
yeah,
I paid for it.
I paid for it. Yeah.
I paid.
Yeah. So you have $8 in Flexi bucks to go buy themes and things for your keyboard.
Themes and keyboard. Okay. Cool.
How do you know that you have the $8? It should just be it should just be there, or?
Yeah, it should just be there. I got a notification on my phone that was like, "Thanks for supporting Flexi. You've got $8 in our app store."
I don't think I ever have it.
I'm still going strong with SwiftKey. I try all these other keyboards, and none of them.
I'm in the same boat as you, Edgar.
What?
SwiftKey's weird because it'll lag on some phones and other phones it won't. So on the Galaxy S6 it works friggin' flawlessly, but then on my Nexus 6 it's I punch it and then after a second the thing pops up and it's just throws me off because it's.
So what do you use on your Nexus 6?
I'm just using the stock Google keyboard, but
okay.
I'll probably end up going back to Flexi or something. Not really sure.
Yeah, the Google keyboard is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I would use it if it had the emoji prediction.
Yeah, my biggest frustration is that it'll oftentimes replace the enter key, return.
Yes.
It'll replace that with an emoji key, and there's no way to hit make a new line on anything unless you put an emoji.
Well, you have to do the long. It makes it so the enter key is the long press.
Really, I tried it when I'm in Hangouts. I do it all the time, and I'm like, it's the most frustrating thing ever, and I can't.
Yeah, it's happened to me before too. I know what you're talking about.
And I'm like, I just I rage quit and just put on another keyboard.
But yeah, Edgar, I'm the same as what you were saying. I try all these different keyboards. Like Flesky was one that I tried for a couple weeks, and then I ended up going back to SwiftKey. Don't even remember why, but I just always seem to fall back to SwiftKey.
Yeah,
it's a good keyboard.
It's a very good keyboard. I actually beat Phil Nickinson in a test over at Mobile World Congress 2014.
Oh, just like a typing speed
I'm really good at SwiftKey. Yeah.
What was he using?
I don't know. We all got to use SwiftKey during the contest.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what he uses.
Ashley's fail is not having a fail.
Do you really not have a fail, Ashley?
I try to be positive, you guys.
Ashley, every week she usually has.
I either have a win or a fail. I don't really have both.
She's still getting her water wings, or whatever you want to say it, in the wins and fails.
Yeah.
I'm just not as jaded as you guys yet.
That's true. I always feel like the fail is easier to come up with the win sometimes.
It sticks to your mind.
It's like you see something in the week, it's like, that is so stupid. That's going to be my fail.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do some app picks. Edgar, what do you got?
Okay. This one is not a new app, but I haven't been in the show for a while, and since I have this iconic look or something, or my beard, my beard, my hairy face, and my hairy everything, I chose Bristler, which is actually an app that I use. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's like Tinder for bearded people.
Oh, I think I have heard of this app.
You get like
bearded.
I don't know if you can see that. But you get like all your people, and you can like.
He doesn't have a beard, Edgar.
No, because they're looking for people.
Beards.
They're looking for people with beards.
I know.
Girls are not supposed. So I can like them. I can dislike them.
This is not what I signed up for.
I can check their profiles.
So it's a dating app for girls that love beards.
Girls who like beards and guys who have beards. So if you guys want to see my profile, it's pretty sexy.
Now, do you get to rate, is there different categories for people with long beards, people with short beards?
Well, there's no categories, but anyone can go into the rating section. Wait, where is it? Let me find it.
How long have you been using this app, Edgar?
Rate beards. I've been using it for a few weeks.
Have you had any luck with it?
I had a couple people that liked my beard and stuff.
But did they like you?
They wanted to date my beard.
Well, we talked for a while, and it's like a lot of the times the conversations really die down and stuff.
Yeah.
So they have this section where you can rate beards. So it's where bros can really go in there and look at other beards and see how they want to have their beard. And
not a beard.
And admire. That is not a beard. This is a 3 stars. Okay.
What was the scale? Not a beard to what?
Not a beard, and then 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star, and then skip beard.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
My only gripe is that the app is kind of wonky. Like it follows like a specific row. Like if I open the app and I keep clicking back, it won't take me to the home page. It'll take me to the logging in, which is like a splash screen. Even though I logged in a while ago, and then if I click back, it just takes me to an empty screen, which is that's the splash screen.
It's a pretty awesome logo, though.
It's pretty dope. If I click back, then it takes me to my home screen. It's and you can find a bunch of issues like that, but the concept is great, and I think some of you should check it out if you like beards or you have a beard.
I mean, if you guys like Edgar's beard, now you know where to find it.
You could go in there and find me. If you're within my vicinity.
So is that for Android, iOS? It's
for both Android and iOS. I'm not sure about Windows Phone. I don't think so.
I think we know what it's not available for Windows Phone. I feel so bad beating on Windows Phone, but sorry guys.
Yeah, you used to be the
I still like Windows Phone a lot. It's just, man, It's not a good spot. They're not.
The operating system is great, and I actually kind of love it. But yeah, it's just support. How much support goes? Like, if there's no apps, there's nothing.
All right. My app pick is just kind of a strange situation that I don't even know how many people would use this app, but it's called Pass Android Passbook. And I bought a ticket to I went to a soccer game last weekend, and I bought the ticket online, and they sent me an email that said that I could use the ticket in Passbook, like the Apple Passbook thing. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Why can't I do anything with Android? So I just went into the Play Store and just searched for Passbook just to see like what I could find. And I found this app called Pass Android, and it works with Passbook files, which are just like a .psv that the Apple Passbook app uses, I guess. So I downloaded that onto my phone, and it opened into the app, and then when I went to the game, I was just able to open it on my phone, and it worked just like if I would have an iPhone or something. So I thought that was kind of a nifty thing. If you're ever buying tickets online for something and you see that Passbook icon and you want to use it on your Android phone, there are some options out there. Pass Android is for free, and it worked really well. It has like material design and stuff. It's been updated recently, so check it out if that situation happens to you. All right, Chris, what do you got?
My app pick is going to be an app called Tickler. So recently, since I've been using my Nexus 6, the ambient display thing has kind of been bothering me because it's, for some really weird reason, it's tied into the weird gesture thing.
Because I somehow thought that it was like Bristler or Tinder, but for people who want to get tickled, people want to get tickled.
Like to be tickled.
Didn't Chris have an app like that once, though? Or no, it was Cuddler.
It was Cuddler. It's completely different.
Oh, Cuddler is great. I'm going to sign up for that one.
Just for cuddling.
Yeah, Tickler's not the greatest name, but I know what this app does.
When I saw the name, I literally thought the same thing. That's the funny part, because I was like, why would they call it that? And the way it's
for people who want to get tickled.
It's literally spelled the same, and I bet there's someone out there who's going to release this Tickle app in Canada because this company swooped in and took it.
Name has already been used. What?
So Tickler app, what it does is it just puts the little ticker back at the top of your notification bar like it used to be back in, I don't even know what Android's version. Since Android was out up until I think it was like Kit Kat or Jelly Bean or something. But it puts the ticker there, so when you get a message, it goes and you see a little ticker and it scrolls through the message. And it disables that annoying heads-up display, which boom, little box pops down and you're playing a game. Get the heck out of here, and you're just flipping out. It gets rid of that, which I hate. I hate heads-up display. And this is way, way better. The only problem is that the app is a little bit buggy, so sometimes I'll get a notification on something and it will literally beep and sound 3 times per notification. I'm like, oh, this is being really weird. But once the developer fixes, I'm sure he's going to fix all that stuff. But right now, it's still pretty cool and really useful.
Is it a free app?
Yeah, there's Tickler free and there's Tickler paid. I'm using the free version. The paid version lets you change the color of the bar and do all kinds of weird, crazy stuff. But really, really cool app, and it's saved my Nexus 6 for me. So
you can turn off that ambient display in the settings, right?
Yeah. The only problem is that when you turn off ambient, I want my notifications to appear, but I don't like it when I pick up my phone how the display comes on. I want to turn that part off, but you can't. They're both tied together, and that's what's really frustrating me because sometimes I'll pick up my phone and I'll dance around or I'll do something and I'm unlocking my phone this whole time. I had no idea, and I'm pushing a bunch and I'm calling my mom or something, and it's ridiculous.
Jeez.
But yeah.
All right. All right, Ashley. What next game do you have that's going to take over my life?
I guess it depends if you want to buy it or not. Today's game is kind of expensive, but for a good reason. It's called Desktop Dungeons. It's been available on PC for a while now. But they finally brought it to Android, and it's what is called a coffee break roguelike, meaning that you're supposed to be able to do a dungeon in 10 minutes, and there are like 20 different classes, and you go through the dungeon. You have a limited amount of health, and the monsters have a number next to each of them, and you have a number, so you level up by killing monsters that are equal to or lower than your level. But you also have some skills and runes that you can develop that can help you take down bigger monsters. So you have to kind of play strategically so that you can kill all the monsters without them killing you and still have enough health left over to kill the boss.
Dang, this looks stressful.
Sounds intense.
Yeah, that's not a coffee break. This is like
no, when you get used to the mechanics, it's like, oh, what can I do now? And they've added so many classes now. There are like 20 different things, and they all play differently.
This looks pretty cool.
But the best part about it is if you get it and decide that you like it, the saves are cross-platform. So if you have it on PC already and you've played it,
do they sync through the cloud?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So you can play it on your Android tablet, iOS, desktop, wherever.
The cloud, gosh, it's the cloud.
I like how when she said cross-platform syncing, we all went, whoa!
Because so few games have it, and it's something that we really need to get on.
Yeah, seriously.
I would love to be able to play something on my desktop, play it on my phone, play it on anything, and just have all my stuff just transfer over.
Know which game I've been playing a lot that has that feature, actually, and through platforms through like iOS, Android, and any mobile device, really. Final Fantasy Record Keeper. Have you guys played that?
You love your Final Fantasy games.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it includes like every Final Fantasy from the past. So you have characters for Final Fantasy 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, whatever.
What is it though?
And then you have the ones from like 4. The story is kind of complicated. Yeah, it's a game. It's a turn-based RPG.
Really?
Yeah. And it's on like 8-bit, graphics. It's pretty cool.
I can't believe you haven't heard of this, Chris. You're always.
I literally thought this, and I saw it when it came out, and I was like, Final Fantasy record? What, you just like punch in your numbers, like how fast it beats? I thought it was like a record keeper. I thought this was something.
No, it's called Record Keeper because they're trying to like recover the story from all the. You go through main fights of every game, and you're trying to restore them into the records that they have in this big library. Final Fantasy library.
The reviews are like perfect on it.
Dude, the game is awesome. I love it.
I'm gonna download it.
And then they have like events in which you can like, for example, they had a Final Fantasy 12 event, and before that they had like the Final Fantasy 8 event. You could get Squall.
He's my favorite. I'm so hot for Squall.
You could get Rinoa for a while. I have Cloud and Sephiroth and Aeris. I have Vivi, which is one of my favorites.
Explain to me the in-app purchases real quick. How does that work?
The in-app purchases, it's in-game currency.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you don't.
The interesting thing about that game, Edgar, is that it's developed by DNA, which is who Nintendo announced their mobile partnership with.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they worked with Square Enix to like get everything right, or like?
Yeah. Square Enix gave them permission to use the IP, and then they developed the game. So this is really what's going to happen with Nintendo's IPs.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
What a ringtone to have.
I guess we just got a bonus app pick from Edgar. Final Fantasy Records.
Record Keeper. You guys should play it. If you're a Final Fantasy fan, you'll love it.
All right, we got 3 email questions this week to go through. First one we'll read from Daquan Johnson, who emails us every week. Thanks again, Daquan. He says, "Hey guys, I've seen a lot of rumors of an iPod 6. Do you think Apple will make a new one? A new one would be nice, as the current one is 3 years old, have 503 megabytes of RAM, and the A5 processor." Yeah, there actually haven't there been some rumors about a new iPod? I think I've seen a couple lately.
An iPod Touch?
I had no idea. Yeah. I had no idea, but I was wondering why they got rid of it. I don't know why they ended up killing it off.
I mean, I don't know.
They killed the iPod Touch?
Everyone has a phone nowadays.
Yeah, the only way that I would consider buying another iPod is if they released one that had a lot longer battery life.
Yeah, my thing was like...
An iPod Classic, which I think they discontinued too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they discontinued
Oh,
all of them.
man.
Like my thing was I'm like tied into the Android ecosystem and all that stuff, but I
Yeah.
wanted to experiment, in my college days with iOS a little bit and just dabble a little,
Yeah,
Um, and the iPod Touch seemed like the perfect,
it
like
was.
inexpensive, a lot cheaper than buying an iPhone. I don't need another phone, so this I could use to play games, take pictures, do whatever, and still have iOS stuff. And I was so disappointed when I found out they didn't update like to the new iPod Touches or anything.
How much is an iPod Touch?
Like the cheapest one was like $200 or something, and then it went up from
Okay.
there.
Yeah,
Easy.
I don't know if they're that expensive anymore because.
Oh no, yeah.
Because like that's the thing, I feel like iPod Touches aren't as glamorous anymore because Apple knows if someone's going to buy an iPod Touch, it has to be cheap. Because otherwise, I mean, you already have a phone. Most people already have a phone, So like that just means basically iPods are for kids now, people who don't have phones.
Teenagers and stuff.
Yeah,
They
so
should
if you're going to buy one, it's got to be kind of cheap, and Apple doesn't really like making cheap products.
Well, I mean, they should just transition to the C, like the iPhone 5C and all. They should just make that like plastic, make that the touch.
Yeah, that didn't work very well for them though either.
Take out the radios. Yeah, I mean, if you take out the radios, make it really cheap, I think it would work a lot better. Because I mean, even then, if you have Hangouts on an iPod Touch or whatever, you could still make calls over Wi-Fi. You could still send text messages and all that stuff using your Google Voice number. So
the other problem I think with just like standalone music players is streaming music services are such a big thing now, and if you're out and you are away from Wi-Fi and you want to listen to like Spotify or even Apple Music now.
I don't use the feature much, but every single one of them has a way to download or
They do. Music. I know they do, but like you have to know ahead of time what you're going to want to listen to download.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, so our next question is from Beast. That's all the name he gives. Beast.
Nice, interesting. Intense question.
He says, what are your thoughts on BlackBerry possibly becoming an OEM for Android, particularly since BlackBerry currently supports a lot of Android apps? Because I think wasn't there like a rumor last week about BlackBerry making an Android phone or something with a keyboard?
And BlackBerry actually said they're not opposed to the idea.
Yeah, so they've never even they never even strongly denied it at all. So it's probably going to be a thing. It was actually that BlackBerry Venice, which they showed off at Mobile World Congress. We didn't get a look at it because back then it was running still, BlackBerry OS or whatever. But now I guess they've retooled it and they put Android on it instead.
Would you guys?
I like BlackBerry.
Yeah.
I have a BlackBerry Classic. It's in my room. And,
thing's awesome. I liked it.
The thing is awesome. It's cool. It's slow as fecal matter.
The only thing is that it's so
slow as fecal matter, but it's a good phone. It's a good casual phone or whatever for casual users. Yeah, but the thing is, like the keyboard feels so awesome and it gives you confidence when typing. But I was actually talking to a friend and she gave me this very cool little quote, I guess, and it was like, oh, the BlackBerry keyboard it's like a good lover you have a one-night stand with. Like it feels great to the touch, but you don't keep it. It makes no sense for the long run.
Yeah. I haven't used a physical keyboard in years. Like I can't remember the last time I used a physical keyboard.
I honestly feel like I type slower on the physical.
Yeah, like that's what I was getting to. Like it doesn't make you any faster at typing. It doesn't make you any more efficient. Like it just makes you feel better typing.
Yeah. It gives
it looks cool. Like there was a quote I saw. It was like people who have Blackberries nowadays are just trying to look like they're doing work.
Yeah, right.
People who are actually doing real work don't use Blackberries.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's true either, though. Like, doesn't the president have a Blackberry?
I think he switched recently, didn't he?
I think he had to keep it because of like the way they do stuff. They had security and all that, but.
I mean, I think a lot of people would dig it, though, like an Android phone made by BlackBerry.
Yeah. I think that'd be really cool, and especially if it looked as cool as the Venice did, which was like it's a slate when it slides down, but you slide out and you have a keyboard there, so it's a nice option.
The thing is that BlackBerry has had these options to like, download third-party or like any Android app, but like, and I actually downloaded the Google Play Store into the BlackBerry Classic, and I mean, it works and it's cool and all, but
So
it doesn't work with
slow.
Google Apps,
Oh.
which is a huge deal.
Because you need like the special framework.
You need the framework, yeah.
Yeah.
You need the framework for those to run.
Google Play services.
And then that just kills it all. Like, yeah, you get access to more apps and that's cool, but where's my Google? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me my Google.
yeah.
So you still got your Microsoft and you still got your Amazon. And
Yeah.
Facebook. Snapchat.
Oh, the phones are built like a beast. Even though they're made mostly of plastic, like they're built very well. It's like good plastic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
they do
classic,
make it.
Yeah.
I got to play with that classic, and I was surprised on how like awesome that was. Build quality was like top
Yeah, the build
notch,
quality
man.
is stunning. Yeah.
It's
If you
amazing.
come
Alright.
over for Comic-Con, you can check it out again. If you want.
Yeah.
We got one more question. Not really a question. This is from Eugene Colucci, and he just said, I just wanted to congratulate all of you on your 100th show. Keep up the good work. I am a big fan of the podcast. Here's to 100 more.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Eugene, for listening to us and emailing us. We
That's
appreciate that. We appreciate everyone who listens to the show. If you've been here for 100 episodes or this is your first episode, thanks for listening and watching. And that's why we do what we do. It's fun
Yeah.
when there's
And
people
now,
listening.
now they got to know me, the new ones. At least.
Yeah.
And
So
goodbye.
speaking of that, Edgar, why don't you tell people where they can follow you and stuff like that?
Yeah, my lower third disappeared. I keep trying to put it back on. I don't know what happened. But you can find me at Android Authority. I write over there most of the week and on weekends during the afternoons. We have a bunch of content, pretty much, out of everything Android. But yeah, I'm over there writing. And you can also find me on at TechSasquatch on Twitter. And that tech_Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Check
And I noticed you post a lot on Google Plus too.
Yeah. I'm a Google Plus. Edgar
He's a Google
Cervantes. Yeah.
All right. So you can ask questions to us or leave comments with our address podcast@mobileroar.com. You can subscribe to the audio version of the podcast on Stitcher Radio, iTunes, and everywhere else. And you can follow the podcast on Twitter at MobileRoarcast. You can follow Chris on Twitter at GamerCore. Ashley is at Overlord Roar, and I am at Tall Schmo. Thanks everyone for listening. Here's to 100 more episodes, and we'll see you guys next week.
Good.